All right, what's up? Episode 21, Lawrencevillain Podcast. I'm comedian Romeo Mac, trying to stay true to my do one every Monday. I'm gonna have to pick another day because Monday be fucking. I be so tired on Monday. I don't even be wanting to do shit. I didn't even want to do this. I was like, let me get right first. You know what I mean? Last time I got right in the middle. I was like, let me get right before this because it's short. Excuse me. But anyway. So what's been new? Well, we'll get into the girls later. But nothing new. Watched the fights this weekend. Lost all my bets like a loser because see you can't bet drunk. I gotta stop doing that dumb shit. I bet drunk. So all my parlays were like actually just straight parlays instead of like adding the legs, making it a round robin and shit. So if one fighter lost on my thing, it just all lost. Like it just took it all out. So I didn't parlay my shit, so I lost. But I only placed 5 bets. But I lost them all. I was like, damn, lost $50. But it's cool because like I only put the money in once. That's like when I first got it, and then like everything I use on there is just the stuff I won on there. I ain't never cashed out like and turn it into cash in my hands. I just keep it all in the thingy for now. You know what I'm saying? Once I start winning, like big, like if I would have fucking, if I would have goddamn added legs to these parlays, made it round robin, I would have been paid nice. But that's cool. You just learn. Don't fucking drink before you gamble, before you bet. That's stupid. But anyway, the fight's cool. What happened? Dum dum dum. That nigga Trayshawn Gore came out representing Lawrenceville. Man, he damn near ripped the guy's head off, man. Everybody was worried about the guy after. We thought he was dead. Even when he woke up, he was like, huh? Mommy? It was bad. He put that dude to sleep. It was horrible. That dude did not want to get on the ground with him. Like, he tried at first, like, yeah, I got this. And he seen that black nigga strength. He's like, I don't want no parts of that. But he didn't want to stand with him either because dude will knock you the fuck out. So he didn't know what to do. And he tried to do some dumb shit. That shit did not work, bro. That nigga fucking got that nigga in the guillotine. Oh, my God. I think I might have seen Kevin Holland do one worse. He did like a choke. Somebody. But yeah, that might have been the worst choke in the UFC. I mean, he just dragged that dude across the floor, across the cage. Hell, I think he dragged him across the ref. He just was trying to, like on Mortal Kombat when I think it's Sub-Zero, he rips your spine out and stuff. I think that's what he was trying to do. That dude shit was fucked. And then he slept him. I know that dude's. I know he was taller that night. That's how bad it was. I know he was taller. There we go. Yep. So he got the win there. Didn't really get to see the Brandon Allen fight. Because after the Trayshawn Gore fight, I was handling business. Grown man business. Oh, yeah. I tore some ass up this week, y'all. This weekend. It was a star-studded performance, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not star-studded, you know what I'm saying? Top-notch performance. The room was star-studded, if you know what I mean. So I didn't really see the Brandon Allen fight, but I know he won. And I forgot what happened. Something happened. Something bad happened to Calvin Cater. Like, I don't know if he got knocked out or he fucking I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I have to rewatch that shit. Then when that shit went on, the Jake Paul fight card came on. Hold on, why am my shit doing that? Oh, okay. You know what? I don't like that. Hold up, y'all. Bear with me. Oh yeah, of course. Now it wants to stop when I fucking go to correct it. Yeah, I need to change that. Anyway, what happened after that? Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, Jake Paul. Car was finna start. Actually, no, I think I watched some of that. There was like some boxers, like actual boxers. But anyway, fuck all that. I don't give a fuck. I know Le'Veon Bell did good as fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. The commentating was hating on him. This nigga Helwani, he be getting on my nerves with his racism. No one calls it out. Because I guess he tries to mask it as passive aggression. That shit don't work with me, bro. Nigga, you be racist as fuck. I don't be liking that shit. But, yeah, Le'Veon Bell lost. But it was by decision. And it was by, like, one of the, like, a good, like, a really good striker in the UFC. I also think that dude was holding back too. He might not ever say it, but I feel like he was holding back until he, he's like, all right, let me gain some points. Got his points, and it just kind of, I don't feel. I feel like he could have whooped that dude. But then again, like he said, he was like, I tried to knock him out. That dude was tough as fuck. Yeah, Le'Veon did his thing, but he probably need a few more fights before he's ill, cause he had good fundamentals. He just, his combos weren't like there yet, but like his fundamentals were on point. That's how I know he gonna be good. I was like, oh, this boy got them fundamentals down. He ain't just come in here acting like a dummy. He came in here acting like he been inside a boxing gym before. I didn't agree with the shoulder push-offs. Like someone, like Floyd would have uppercutted him. Actually, I'm surprised no one thought of that. Like, yo, uppercut him. This nigga's just going like this. Bing. Anyway, but hey, I'm not fired. They probably was like, nah, we're good. So that fight happened. Yo, then like there was this one kid who I just don't like. First off, I never seen this kid until Thursday, or was it Friday? I had never seen this kid until Friday. Thursday. They had a press conference. I never seen this kid till Thursday. He's young. That's cool. He's young. He's black. I guess his dad is like helping him and shit. I'm like, yo, that's cool. But like, he just, I guess because I'm old now, I just hate young people. You know, you're just supposed to do it. I don't like them. They get on my nerves. Even if they did nothing, just looking at them, they're just annoying looking with their stupid face and I don't know. I guess because they think they know everything. At least when I was young, because someone's gonna be like, you thought you knew everything. Oh, I knew a lot. I didn't know everything, but I knew a lot more than grown people. So I was good. And what I didn't know, did my best not to complain about it. Because I was like, fuck it. This how you learn. But anyway, yo, this young dude though, bruh. I don't know. I guess I thought he was. I don't know, cause the way he talks, it was just annoying. Bruh, this kid can box, man. Bruh, dude knocked him out so fast. His hand speed was so fast. Round one knockout too. That I thought when I first just seen it, I was like, oh man, cause like Jake Paul signed him to his thing. So I was like, oh man, he took the dude took a dive. The dude he was fighting, cause the dude he was fighting was older. Dude he was fighting was older. So I was like, oh man, this old dude took a dive just to get paid real quick. But then I rewatched the fight. Like, first off, old dude came out like pressing this dude mad hard. I was like, oh, old dude's trying to kill him. got him in the corner, well, close to the corner. Yo, then they showed it like slow mo. The young dude like hit him with like I think it was a left uppercut. No. It was like a left jab right on the jaw when it was like wide open. He's like, bink. But then he hit him like 2 more times on the way down and then like walked off. I ain't seen none of that. I just seen a hand go up and the dude go down. When they slowed it down, I was like, yeah, he didn't even just graze him. Like, that was like a smart hit. Like, bing. So I was like, oh, man, this dude's going to be the truth. God, I don't even know his name. I just know that guy will fuck somebody up. He need to fight. What's that one dude? The Spanish one. Ryan Garcia. That'd be cool, watching them fight. If he could do that the whole fight, what he just did, because that dude was fast as fuck. So he won that shit, you know what I'm saying? Then the next fight after that, that was the Jake Paul Anderson Silva fight. And it's funny because the internet's very quiet about it. There's nothing to hate on there. You know what I'm saying? That fight was good as fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Them niggas was fighting each other, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. People can say this, that, and the third. Fucking Anderson was like showboating in the beginning, and then he was like aggressive, like at the end of every round and shit. Like he was hitting him after the bell and shit. I was like, yeah, nigga, get in his face. Every time Jake clinched, he's like, yo, get off me, son. Like to the point where he tried to clinch, like Jake was just fucking him up. To the point where Jake was like, all right, fuck it, I'm just not finna clinch. I'm gonna get close, and then like his clinching slowed down. But then yeah, they was fighting all the way to the end. But then I think they said it was round 8, but I thought it was round 7. It might have been round 8. Jake knocked him down. He caught him with a nice jab. But, you know, he got right back up, and they kept the fight going. That fight was good as fuck. And Jake, he's definitely way better than what the fuck he was last fight. And this might be my last time betting against this motherfucker. That's 3 times in a row I lost. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, each fight he looks more like a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He had fighter muscles and shit. He was out there. He did his damn thing. Nobody's hating on him today. They can't even say like, oh, Anderson was old. Oh no, not the way Anderson was moving in that bitch. They was like, yo, and then he could always say, Anderson beat a world champion in boxing. So I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then they tried to come up with some shit like, oh, Anderson got knocked out twice in sparring this week or some shit. And Anderson, he was trying to say, he said some shit like, nah, they twisted it wrong because, you know, my English is not. I don't give a fuck what it is. He was out there fighting. You know what I'm saying? They fought. So now it's real interesting to see who's going to fight next because whoever was going to fight him before, I don't see them fighting him now. It's going to be a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? Hell, the only person I can see from before that he'll fight now, maybe the Hakeem Rockman. Hakeem Rockman wins his next fight. That's November 19th. You know, if he wins his next fight, I can see him calling out Jake Paul. Uriah Hall calls out Jake Paul. That'll be okay, but who should Jake Paul fight? Someone cool. Someone with following. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. Nor do I care. Dun, dun, dun. Today is Halloween, which is straight, man. Yo, son, this chick. Yo, I be seeing, she be at this daycare. Yo, next time I go up there, it's on. I'm about to be like, I think at first I was like, she be nice. I was like, nah, the fuck being nice, be like aggressive. Like, yo, son, what's your phone number, son? I'm like, yo, you be choosing on me, son. What's your number? She be like, what? I'm like, you be choosing. Every time I come in here, you be checking me out. Every time. You don't even make it like not obvious. You make it mad obvious. I'm married. Watch her say I'm married. I have a boyfriend. Some dumb shit. I'm like, that doesn't negate what I'm saying, bitch. She be looking straight. I told her today like 3 times. Like, yo, you look nice. She's finna go down. I'm like, yo, why you choosing on me? She's like, what? I'm like, why you be choosing on me? I don't be choosing. I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'm like, yo, son, your pride. Let this great opportunity walk out the door. I mean, don't be so prideful, bitch. But it's Halloween. Maybe because I just went to people's like jobs today. I didn't really see too many costumes, like costumes. You feel me? Or maybe it's just what it is. Like it didn't feel like Halloween today. Maybe because it's on a Monday and everyone hates Monday Halloweens. But it don't feel like Halloween. Ain't nobody rang my doorbell yet. It's 5 o'clock. Niggas got out at what 2 something 3. They should have been around. I ain't see no decorations out. There's no one gives a fuck about Halloween. And it was raining today. Like, who gives a shit? But on the internet, they give a shit. Like, people got their costume and shit. People posting, like, pictures in the club and shit. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Like, my name 50 Tyson. If you, I don't know how to say this. Because I'm 31. And I feel like girls my age, especially older than me, if you're in the club to party, you're a fucking loser. That's just kind of how I see it. Like, especially if you go all the time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you go at all, to me, you're a fucking loser. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, guys are kind of losers too that do that. But if a guy got a lot of money and he want a young bitch real quick, a club is actually the perfect place for him to go. That's where you find young bad bitches. Which is why I don't understand why old bitches are in there. I know what you're thinking, like 31's not old, 30's not old. It's too old for a female to be in the club. It's weird because I didn't really see it like that when I was younger, but I kind of did. Like, when I went to this one club, there was this one bitch always there, bad as fuck, just in the back doing these fucking dumbass Spanish dances in the fucking corner. Wouldn't let nobody dance with her. Fucking bitch. And it's like, bitch, you're like 50 anyway. Like, we're trying to dance with everything. Like, stop acting like you were the one. That's why you're dancing by yourself doing dumbass moves, trying to get attention. No one cares about you. Move out the way. With your fake body. It was nice. But get out of here, bitch. Ugh. Doing like salsa. Dumb bitch. Someone should have a black girl should have whooped her ass with her ass. But, yeah, so, like, I'm seeing, like, people post shit on the internet, like, in the club, in their costumes, like, trying to look cute and shit. I'm like, that's some loser shit. That's loser shit. I'm sorry. That's loser shit. That's loser shit. Just like going to the club regularly. Just a regular guy. Oh, I'm going to the club. Doug, if you're young and you're not going to the club to get hoes, you're a fucking loser. I can't stand when I used to hear people say, like, they go to the club for the music or the vibe or the atmosphere. I'm like, what atmosphere, nigga? This atmosphere is dangerous, nigga. What the fuck? Every time I used to go to the club, I hated the atmosphere. Can't stand that many people. I'm like, yo, something bad could go wrong immediately. And the music's loud, no one cares. I mean, you can't even hear it. But then I start drinking. I'm like, oh, if anything bad happens, I'll probably be the one to cause it because I'm drunk right now. But, yes, I see that shit on the internet. It's just like, wow, that's some loser shit. Especially, like, in your 30s. Like, bitch, you're supposed to be at home handing out candy. Who hands out candy anymore now? If everyone's in the club. Yeah, work during the day. You're in the club at night. This shit don't make no sense. Yo, one day I'm gonna be the guy that got all the candy. I'm gonna have signs pointing at my house like I got the candy this year. They're gonna be like, yo, this dude got the candy this year. I'm like, yeah, son. And I'm gonna have an ill ass costume when they come to the fucking door. Yo, why don't I do that more? I bet there'd be some badass like single moms taking their little fucking kid trick or treating. Hell yeah, get home like 3, trick or treat to like 6. I'm like, yo, what you doing later? I'm like, well, you know where I live, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm going ham next year for Halloween. Fuck that. It just came in my head. Oh man, I'm about to be Halloween man. I'm finna have the candy. I'm finna have the costume, and I'm gonna get the hose. Oh, this is my little brother. Even better. What do you mean? He ain't yours. That's great. This my nephew. This my niece. Yep. I ain't gonna trip neither. This my son. Especially a bitch with a bunch of kids. I'm like, y'all want extra candy? I'm gonna have extra candy. Nah. Cause that bitch don't call me. Or she don't come back. I don't want her kid to have that candy. I know what you're thinking. It's for the kids. No. My regular candy's for the kids, not the extra candy. That's for Mama Sweet Tooth. To change the taste of her burps from my cum to candy. What else? Oh, I finally watched the. You know what? What I got? 9 minutes left. I probably can knock all this racist shit out in 9 minutes. So I finished season 1 of Game of Thrones. Oh, good lord. What is it? The phone hour? What's she calling me for? Unless she about to pull up. You about to pull up? It's Halloween. You got kids. She ain't finna pull up. Anyway. Well, that was mean. But, damn, what was I saying? Oh, House of Dragons. Yo, son, so, boom. That Game of Thrones spinoff, House of Dragons. I'll say this first, just as a regular person. It is a good show. It's way better than Game of Thrones. Like, I hated Game of Thrones. I would have never watched it if I would have broke my ankle. It's the only time I watched Game of Thrones. My friend came through. Game of Thrones sucked. There was like one good scene, that Battle of the Bastards. It took that long for that show to get okay. And then it hurried up and sucked at the end. Like, that show sucked. But House of Dragons, nigga, that show lit. That show right. And that show was racist, nigga. I can't stand that show. Yep, I said it. It is all those things. It's all that. But it's also what I'm saying right now. You know what I'm saying? Can't stand watching it. But it's on TV. It's something to watch. So I'm probably going to fuck up a bunch of shit right now. But I don't give a fuck. Here we go. There's a, I'm just going to explain it for like people that never even seen like Game of Thrones. Because when I start naming names, they'll be like, where's the Targaryen? But anyway. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Basically, like, this family that's supposed to be, like, the dynasty, they run the fucking, where they live, the little place where they live, you know what I'm saying, the kingdom. They run that kingdom. The family's called, like, the Targaryens. They're like a dynasty. They've been running the kingdom for, like, hundreds of years or whatever. I don't fucking know how long. But they run this shit because they're the only family that has dragons. And the dragons, they could just fuck up everything, so. And, it's not like they have electricity. This is like medieval shit, so. A dragon is tech. That's that tech for your ass. But from watching this show, from what it seems, there was like another kingdom, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what it is. Another kingdom, Happy Lands, or some shit. I don't know. But some shit called like Old Valyria. That was like before what it is now, and that's where like everyone was like those were all the royals or whatever. I don't fucking know, some shit like that. But apparently the last two like families from that old place is the Targaryens and the fucking Valyrians. I was like, with them black people. Now I don't know about the book. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm just going based on this goddamn TV show. The fucking Valyrians are black people. And they fucking just do them so wrong all the time. I'm just sick of it. And I know they're never going to win because there was no black people in Game of Thrones. Except for the slaves. The slaves in Game of Thrones were black, which is why I don't understand why people on the internet were mad that some people were black. I was like, nobody was mad when they were slaves with their dicks cut off. Nobody was mad with dickless slaves, huh? When they were black. Gotta eat a bitch out and shit. Who wanna do that all the time? They didn't have soap back then. Some sandy slave pussy. Who wants to? Jesus Christ. Especially if your balls are cut off. You can't even get turned on by it. You're like, what am I doing this for? You have no sexual attraction. You're just a fucking thingy. Well, that was fucked up, but let me continue. Oh, that's not fucked up. How they do these black people on this show is fucked up. First things first. There's like the king, and then there's like his right-hand man. And he's called like the hand because he's the right-hand man. You know what I'm saying? Then there's like other people at the council. Like they're sitting at a table, right? Let's see if I could put it on my hand. Yeah, they're sitting at a table, right? Like this is where the king sits. And the hand sits like right here. And there's some councilmen over here and some councilmen over here. The nigga sits like here. I was like, yo, why did nigga sit so far away? He can't hear shit. They can't hear him. Everybody hates him for some reason. I guess because in his mind, he wants his bloodline to be like kind of heir to the kingdom. Like he wants his bloodline to be king instead of them at some day. Like some part of his bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Since they come from the old lands or whatever. Like I guess they were kings then. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But at least he's strategic with it, and he has bargaining chips. You feel me? Like, he has, like, the biggest navy. Like, his flag is like some sea shit. He's like king of the sea or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he Navy man. Navy man pull up. Navy man fuck some shit up. He Navy man. They dragging people. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know who runs the land. I guess the Starks. You know, them niggas go hard. But, you know what I'm saying? He Navy land. You got a problem over there? He'll send his boats over there. Go fuck it up over there. You know what I'm saying? So he got bargaining chips. You feel me? Now of course, his wife is white. His wife is white. And his wife is the king's cousin. But she was supposed to actually be the queen. Because, like, when the other king died, like, she's older, but she's a girl, so they was like, nah. So they was like, okay, well, you could be, like, second important, because the black family is second important. Like, if you marry him, like, you know what I'm saying, you'll be, like, the mother of the super strong family and shit. And then you give him kids. Now, our blood is in theirs, you know what I'm saying? Oh, these white people think they're smart. They're trying to, like, trickle out the blood and shit. Because that's what happens later. And I guess the black guy knows this. That's why he's like, man, fuck these niggas, man. He be saying shit like that makes sense. But he also is very obvious, like, nigga, I'm trying to be a part of this king shit. Like, I don't care about you being king. I want my people up on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? What I have is not enough. And, you know, I ain't mad at him. Maybe because he's black. Sue me. What else happened? So that was racist. He be sitting like mad far away. Then like the hand, who's the right hand man, he's white. He be hating on the nigga, so he be telling the king like, "Yo, fuck this nigga. Let's hate on him." He be saying all type of hater shit on the black dude because he wants his daughter. Oh yeah, that's what happened. The king didn't have a son yet, and his wife, typical them, his wife kept having like miscarriages and shit, and she only gave him one girl, so she got pregnant, had a boy. During the pregnancy, like they was like, we gotta get this baby out, but she's gonna die, and he's like, fuck her, nigga, like I need a boy to be the heir. They're born. The little boy died immediately, so the wife and the boy died. So that's when the black dude was like, yo, son, like, nigga, I got daughters. They can give you a son. Like, it's no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already married to your cousin. Because this incest family shit, well, family shit on the black people's side, incest on the white people's side, it is gross. The black people, they just marry their family off fucked uply, if you could say. The white people it is gross, but accurate. So it is what it is. Yeah. So like the dude, the right hand man, he's like, oh yeah, like, okay, your bitch is dead, nigga. Like, yo, I ain't trying to rush you, but I'm just saying, like, you probably want to get a son, like, my daughter, mind you, this daughter is like the king's daughter is like best friends. They're like the same age and shit. Gross. So this guy like starts pimping his daughter out to the king and shit. So the black dude's like, fuck, I gotta pimp a bitch out too. You know what I'm saying? Now this is what I don't like. They made the black guy. They made the black guy pimp out like his like 5-year-old, like to the king. And as disgusting as that is, the black dude had like mad resources. He's like, yo, not only like you get her, like you know what I'm saying? Now y'all like our kingdoms are fused. You feel me? Like we got these resources, you got these resources. Like you know what I'm saying? We could get some dragons cuz they got the dragon hair. It's like blonde hair. If you're a blondie, you can ride a dragon. Not blonde, but it's like white. You know. They got the hair. You can ride a dragon and shit. So they're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could get some dragons. Because, like, the white wife got a dragon. And I think the daughters had dragons. The mixed daughters, they had dragons. I know one of the daughters definitely had a fucking dragon. I'll get to that later. So they're like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, like, you can marry my daughter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll give you kids, like, once she turns, like, 14 or whatever. And this is what I didn't like. Like, they just, like, had the fucking black guy, like, he's just this creepy-ass dude that's pimping his daughter off. And the white guy's like, oh, God, she's so young. I can't do it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, yo. Y'all would have took that little nigga child in a heartbeat. You wouldn't even care the gender. Like, come on, man. These niggas is lying, bro. I didn't like that shit. I was like, oh, yeah, the black guy's the creepy guy for trying to give away his daughter and all this shit to gain that. And even the other dude came in. He was like, bruh, that is like the better option. Of course, the right-hand man, the white man, he's like, no, don't do that. How about my daughter? We're already cool, So that's when he goes to a third party. He's like, yo, son, like, what's up, man? Then third party's like, bruh, take the black guys off her. Like, even though his daughter's young, like, she's going to grow up one day. She's not going to be a kid forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, marry her now. She gets a little older. She gives you some kids. And, she's probably going to be hot and shit. Like, and look at what you're getting with her. You're getting the Navy and shit. We already got dragons. Now we got the fucking Navy. Yeah. And he's like, nope. She couldn't get past the black skin, I guess. He's like, nah, we're good. We're going to go with the other route. The white route. But, what'd he say? Like, oh, but you're the heir. At this point, I think he made the heir to the throne his daughter already. So he's like, yo, your son can marry my daughter, though. So black dude's like, all right, cool. My son marry your daughter. One of his daughters. He's like, all right, cool. So the son marries the daughter. Of course, what's finna happen? We already got a black, I don't want to say coon. Yeah, we already got black coon doing anything to get good under the white man's fucking goodness. What's next? What could the black son be? Is he a coon? No, he's a fucking warrior. Or a Navy man, whatever. No, he's gay. So this black gay man comes in, gay enough. And it sucks because he's the first black person on film riding a dragon. I was like, niggas is on dragons? It's horrible. So he's gay. Of course, But then, like, I guess everyone knows he's gay. So the queen's like, yo, son, like, we'll make some babies, but, like, go be gay. And I'll go, like, you know, fuck on whoever I want. And he's like, oh, okay, cool, great. Mind you, these people are fucking cousins, man. Their parents are cousins. These people are like fourth cousins. Gross. I'm gonna just go on record now and say I have not seen one black couple on Game of Thrones. I'm on this House of Dragons. No black person is married to another black person. Maybe the brother, but boy, let me tell you what they did to this nigga. Cause he wasn't gay. He wasn't a coon. He was a rider. We'll get to we'll get there in a minute. So, this nigga gay. So then like the brother of the king, he starts like fucking with the sister or the daughter. Like, the brother of the king starts fucking with that's the white guy. The daughter of like the king of the sea, the black guy, one of his like mixed daughters, which is his cousin. Gross. Mind you, he also fucked the king's daughter, which is his niece. Gross. She was like 12 at the gross. It's just grossity all over this motherfucker. But so when they go over to like they do the wedding or whatever, he sees the black daughter because he also wants power and shit. But he's already married, so like he kills his wife. Typical European descendant. He kills his wife so he could get with the black girl. He gets with the black girl, right? They have two little mixed kids, right? They're whitening up the race, okay? They're whitening up the race, all right? The son that's married to the white heir to the throne, she's fucking the guard, so all the kids come out looking like the fucking guard, right? This guy's just gay as fuck. He's just gaying it up everywhere. So now everyone is talking shit about the kids. Like, yo, these kids are not. They're. It's funny because they're like, they don't have the blonde hair because they got the brown hair like the other guy. But we all know what they mean. They're like, these kids aren't mixed. They're not. These kids are somebody. The dad is not the black guy. Okay, look at the kid's hair. That's what they're saying. More like, look at the kid's skin. Funny, no one's saying skin. All right. How about look at the kid's skin? It's like, that's another thing I don't like. They're not addressing that these people are black people. Like, everyone else has straight blonde hair. All the black people magically have dreads. Like, no one acknowledges they're black by skin. They just do it by, like, everything. Like, the hand always says, like, remember who you serve to the black guy. Like, when the black guy starts talking to the king, like, yo, son, like, yo, that don't make no fucking sense. Like, yo, dog, come on, man. The king be like, oh, shit. Yeah. And the guy be like, yo, remember who you serve, man. You can't talk to him like that. And it's like, bro, you always pull that shit on the black guy, man. And you be pulling it like, know your place. Like, what kind of shit is that? Because y'all kissing his ass and he ain't having that shit. And from what it seems, besides the threat of a dragon coming through, like, oh, yeah, that's another thing. They're Valyrian, so they have, like, the weapons that can kill the dragons. I forgot that, but that's from Game of Thrones. That Valyrian steel could kill a dragon. Or maybe that's a White Walker. But, yeah, I could kill a dragon. But anyway, so, where was I at? Oh, yeah, so these kids, they're like, oh, these kids, they're not full blood or whatever. So then the king immediately, like, defends his daughter. He's like, no. Matter of fact, they're legitimate kids, and if anyone says anything different, like, we're going to fucking kill you, right? So then, like, time passes, right? Mind you, the black people, the creepy brother who came through and got one of the daughters, she got the biggest dragon ever. Like, her dragon is gigantic compared to everybody else. Like, it is fucking massive. It is a huge fucking dragon. So, so then, damn, that shit hit. Yeah, it's a big ass dragon. So now time passes and shit. Creepy brother and the girl, the sister, they have kids, right? They come out looking mixed with the hair. They have a third child, the gay dude and the other daughter. They have a third child. Comes out looking like the fucking guy she's fucking. And everyone's like, all right, that's it. 3 is enough. Like, this bitch is just trying us now. So now everyone's like, yo, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Actually, that was before. So now time passes, right? Oh, that's another thing. There was something going on somewhere. And the king was tripping. And the brother was like, yo, we need to whoop these people's ass. And then the black guy teamed up with the brother like, yo, like, I'll get us out there with my navy. You know what I'm saying? You bring some of your army. Like, we'll go whoop ass out here real quick. And they went out there and won that little war. You know what I'm saying? And after they won that war, I think the dude took that land. The blonde-haired dude took that land. But anyway, so boom, time has passed now. They faked the death with the gay son, but everyone else thinks he really died. The gay son disappeared. They faked his death. So the girl won't be married to him no more. So the girl married her uncle. Gross. Then they had kids, so those kids had hair and stuff, right? And then, like, her older kids grow up and they look like the fucking the the not dad, the white dad, you know what I'm saying? They got the brown hair and shit. So, all right, where we at? So the black guy goes off to fight some war, right? So right now, like, the queen's in charge, and the black guy, he's got a brother, man. This nigga ain't playing, man. Fuck that shit. This black brother was the fucking truth, son. He represented all of us. He was not having that shit, yo. So the black brother disappeared, and they're like, yo, man, like, he's been gone 6 years. Like, he might be fucking dead. Like, we need to, in the event he is dead, we need to see what's going on. So before he left, he made sure, like, that one of the sons, the fucking not really grandson, because he's the bitch is fucking some other dude. But the other guy's like, fuck it, he's my grandson. Like, he acts like he don't want to see it because he's so enticed by, like, the throne. Like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Once your mama dies, you're in charge, and that makes our family legit, and we're in there. So he's like, nah, you are my grandson, and, you know, when I die, all this shit is yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, since my son died, your dad is gone and dead, it all goes to you now. And he's like, oh, okay. So the brother hears this. Mind you, the brother's like, this motherfucker just gave our nigga kingdom to this white motherfucker, yo. And I know that's how he's feeling, because that's how he's looking. And they got the biggest lip nigga ever to play this motherfucker. I don't want to talk about. So then he fucking what happens after that? Sorry, y'all, I'm drunk. Yeah, so he steps to the bitch. Oh yeah, mind you, the king is like fucked up now. Like, I don't know, he got like fucking that shit where your body's just falling apart. He got infections and everything. And it's funny because, like, the medicine he had wasn't working until the black guy started helping, and then it started working. But at that point, it was too far gone. So, like this dude is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So the queen kind of makes all the decisions. Who was the daughter of the right-hand man. So the right-hand man is kind of like, yeah, I'm the king now type shit. Like, my daughter's the queen. Like, we in charge. What we say go. You know what I'm saying? We did that. We did that. So they're like, yo. He steps to the white bitch, which is the king's cousin. He steps to her, and she's like, yo. What does he say when he steps to her? He's like, yo, son, like, my brother's about to die. Like, we don't know if he's dead, but if he is dead, like considering this fact, I'm his only bloodline. Like, I'm gonna be the king of this shit. And she's like, no, you ain't. Like he said his grandson is. He's like, hey, look, his son died, so like it goes to me. She was like, yeah, but his son had kids, and he's like, bitch, stop, bitch, stop. Them ain't them ain't us. Look at them motherfuckers. Like they not. Come on, bro. We not even gonna like Michael Jackson kids or some shit. Like nigga, no, we're not doing that. No, he was not having that shit. And she was like, well, once my cousin finds out you said this, like this is treason. He's like, bitch, like your cousin ain't shit right now. Like the queen is in charge right now, and the queen don't like the bitch, cause she's like, yo, these kids ain't the fucking fuck that. She's like, cause if the daughter becomes queen when she dies, those kids become king, and they're like, that's not even the bloodline. Like, I have your kids, I have a son now. You made her queen, you made her the heir before you had a son. Now you have a son. Like, my son should be king if you pass. Matter of fact, I gave you 3 sons, bitch. One of them should be king over her. Like, that bloodline ain't real. So then she's like, so the queen, she kind of got it out for the princess. So then she's like, what's she say after that? Yeah, he's like, oh well, the queen's in charge, not your cousin. And then the other girl's face is like, cause she's like, oh yeah, the queen does hate my cousin, cause like she be hoeing and shit. So the black guy's like, yeah, matter of fact, I'm going up to the fucking king place right now. We gonna get a goddamn legitimacy test. I don't know how they do it back then, but he took the bitch to court. He was ready to go. He took the bitch to court, nigga. He was like, fuck that. They're not getting no claim to none of my shit, right? So then he steps in, and then the girl steps in. She's like, oh, I got to run to my daddy. He's got to save me. Because daddy loves her. But daddy's sick as fuck. They're like drugging this nigga up and shit, keeping them all drugged up so they can make their choices and shit. But he is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But they is keeping him drugged up. So so the brother goes there and he's like, yo, y'all got my brother drugged up and shit. Like, yo, no more drugs, fuck that shit. And she's like, Dad, please, like they're trying to like say the legitimacy or whatever. And he was like, yo, I already handled that matter type shit. And she was like, I know, but like now, like you gotta say it in front of everybody, like you gotta get out this bed and do it. And he fucked up. So they go to give him medicine. He's like, nah, no medicine. So they're about to start court and shit. And I feel like they didn't start yet. They're about to start. And then the king walks in all slow and broken and brittle and fucked. He walks in. No, that's not what happened. I feel like some stories were told before then. Like, they were both arguing their point. Like, yo, I should be king because this, that, and the third. And they're like, well, the son should be king. And then the dad walked in. And then I feel like they was like, well, like, what's the problem? They're like, oh, they're questioning the legitimacy of the children or whatever. And the king's like, yo, I already handled this matter. Like, it's done. Like, the shit's going to them. The black dude's like, no, fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck if you're the king of all this shit. You're not the king of, like, my motherfucking kingdom, bitch. Fuck you. Like, I don't. Yo, he went out like a G. I'm paraphrasing, but this is what he said. This is how I took it as a black dude. He's like, yo, fuck you, son. Like, you're not going to tell me these white motherfuckers is going to take over if my brother dies. So, you're like, now your blood is in charge of my shit. Like, this that $5 Indian shit. Like, oh, I'm Native Americans. Like, no, you not, nigga. And next thing you know, 200 years later, the tribal chief of Native American looks like Bob and shit. He's like, no, nigga, like, you don't speak for my family, my bloodline, like, those kids. And they was like, say it. He's like, those kids are fucking bastards. Like, they're not, he went the fuck off. And, like, bastards, when you call someone a bastard, like, in this realm and time and shit, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So, like, called them bastards. And then he was like, the king was like, I'm going to have your tongue. He's like, man, like, fuck you, king. Like, you're handicapped. Like, kiss my ass. Fuck all this shit. Nigga went ape shit, bruh. Bro, you know they fucking snuck up behind him and cut his fucking head in half? Horizontally, like right at the fucking upper lip. They killed this nigga, bruh. Mind you, the brother who married the black sister with the daughter, she was going to have a baby But she had complications, and they was like, "Yo, we're gonna cut the baby out, but it's gonna kill her." He's like, "Fuck her, give me my kid," because he only had 2 girls. And that bitch heard that. That bitch ran to her dragon and made her dragon like light her on fire and shit. She was like, "Fuck that shit, nigga. You ain't getting me or this baby. You gonna be stuck with girls. You'll never have power because you just marry the hoes off. They're not really important." So bruh, they killed that black man because he wasn't having that shit. My nigga was not having that shit. Dog. Oh man, if y'all don't ever watch the show, watch that scene. That nigga went the fuck off. He's like, "Nah, nigga, like fuck you, nigga. We ain't doing none of that shit. Fuck you. Fuck this bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bye." Man, they had to kill that nigga. And cause he also was like, "Yo, not only am I leaving, fuck all this shit. Like y'all getting no more resources. None of that shit, nigga. We done. Matter of fact, if y'all come, we gonna whoop y'all ass type shit." You know what I'm saying? Or maybe in my head, that's how I felt like he was doing, but I felt like he was doing it. So then they cut his head off. And then the last racist thing they did so far, right after they cut his head off, they was like, boom, she's the fucking queen or whatever. And then she's like, "Well, I'll have my sons marry your daughters." Whitening up the race even more. Getting the white shit into the black people shit, but the black people shit can't get in they shit. Because they keep marrying men off to them. You know what I'm saying? The one come up was the son, the gay son. But they had to fake kill him because he wanted to go off and be gay. He was so hell-bent on being gay. Right now, if that son would have stayed, he'd be the fucking king right now. Or the queen's husband, at least. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, they can kill that bitch. And the last piece of racism. The last piece. The mom's dead, right? The black mom. The black sister. She had the 2 daughters and stuff by the creepy brother that fucks all his relatives. She's the one that had the biggest dragon. Little white kid came in and stole the dragon. Cause like I guess like they're trying to do like Avatar, like the dragon has to choose you. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Y'all just did that shit. They just did that shit. That shit is not real, bro. No. But anyway, yeah, little white kid came and stole the dragon. Now it's his dragon. Biggest motherfucking dragon out there. Now it's his. Ain't that some bullshit? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That wraps up my Monday shit. I went 22 minutes over, 23 minutes over. Holla at your boy. But yeah. But House of Dragons is over. It's lame. Last episode was called The Black Queen. I was like, will they stop? She's not black. She's not dark. Not even like emotionally. And she's not like evil. Like she's lame. That's why her son got 8.5. But that's a whole different thing. All right, yo. What?